What is going on YouTube? MACS back with a brand new video, and after a long break from making videos, I am back officially. Maybe not full time because I have a big old child now that takes up a lot of my time, and I'm loving that experience. But I did miss getting back on here and talking to you guys and interacting with everybody in the community, and make videos. It's really nice to be able to do stuff like this, and it's fun for me because I don't really have a lot of friends that talk about tech like I do. So really awesome to interact with all of you guys, whether it be on here or on Twitter. So glad to be back. Sorry for the long introduction there, but as you can see here, we are sorry, I just hit my tripod. We are here to review a quick review of the Google Pixel 6 Pro, coming up on a year old now that the Pixel 7 series is coming out in about a week and a half. I think it is October 6th, if I'm not mistaken. So really looking forward to seeing what Google does with the 7 series phones. But for now, we are here with the Pixel 6 Pro, which is their first ever full-on Google flagship phone. Made by Google, software's made by Google, and the processor's made by Google. So really awesome that you finally get a full-on Google device, right? And I've been a fan of Google since the Nexus series device. My first ever Nexus series device was the Pixel 6P, or actually, sorry, the Nexus 6 actually, Pixel 6P that I say. No, it's the Nexus 6, which was that big Motorola phone that had like that 6-inch display, and it was just massive and crazy and everything, and that phone was just awesome. But that's my first ever Google phone. So, and I kept up with Google, right? I had the 6P, I had the OG Pixel, the Pixel 2 XL, the Pixel 3 XL, the 3A XL, and I kind of stayed off of Google for a little bit. I didn't use the Pixel 4 or the Pixel 5. I did use the Pixel 4a for a little while, but this is my first Google flagship phone since the Pixel 3 XL. So yeah, and I'm coming off of using an iPhone 13 Pro Max for most of the year here. So making the switch to this, I was a little hesitant because I wasn't sure how good the phone was going to be after all the reviews of people kind of bashing the software and saying how bad it is and how, laggy and stuff like that. But I gotta say, Google, you fixed it with Android 13. I never experienced the Pixel 6 Pro on Android 12. I jumped on it when Android 13 came out, and I've honestly been really enjoying the device. There are a few things where I have issues with it and stuff like that, but nothing crazy. Overall, I really like the Pixel 6 Pro. But anyways, let's not waste any more time. I've already talked for 3 minutes. Let's go ahead and get into the actual review. So, as you can see here, I do have the cloudy white Pixel 6 Pro, and it is a good looking phone. I mean, from the silver railings to the two-tone finish, which you can't really tell it it's two-tone, but the box does tell you it's a two-tone finish. but yeah, it's just a really good-looking device, and obviously the main event of the back of this phone is the camera right here, that camera bar that is now synonymous with the Google Pixel device lineup, where we used to have that little corner cutout, and we had that for a while with the 4 series and the 5 series. But now Google just completely revamped its flagship devices and have gone all out with a premium device. And I gotta say, they nailed their first gen high-end Pixel device here. Honestly, I can't say enough of how good I think the device looks. I guess the only thing that's really kind of bothersome, not a huge deal, is that big white gap up there for the 5G antenna. I don't know, it's not a big issue to me. It's not ugly to me or anything like that, or it's not like a eyesore. It's just kind of like, I mean, it would have been nice to have like the whole frame of it just kind of be seamless stainless steel. But I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do to get the 5G in there. I know a lot of phones like the iPhone and the S22 series phones do have it kind of on the side, and it kind of looks like a SIM tray or a fingerprint sensor, which Apple should maybe jump on that. But anyways, that's a video topic for another day. But yeah, I mean, it's not super ugly, it's not anything like that. I mean, if you put a case on it, like here with the official Google case, you can't see it right. So not a big deal. Um, but that's just kind of like the only thing that's kind of about the design. But overall, I mean, just a great looking device, great build quality, nice, and it's not super heavy in the hand, but it has a nice weight to it, and it feels really, really premium, and I love that. So anyways, going to the front of the device now, you got that 6.7-inch display, 120 hertz, OLED, and it is just awesome. You know, you get that always on display as well. But I mean, just look at that. That is awesome. I mean, coming from an iPhone 13 Pro Max, I don't get that notch anymore, so that's awesome. And I honestly do think the punch hole is way better than having a dynamic island that, you know, grows and shrinks and whatnot. That's a little too much for me. Nice and simple here, punch hole camera, not in the way at all. Watching videos on it isn't a bother or anything like that. Like on the 13 Pro Max, where like the notch would cut in, and you could shrink the video to have those black bars, but I don't like black bars. You know, if I have a big screen, I want to use the big screen and watch videos on the big screen. So definitely a really good media consumption device here with a little punch hole. The speakers are pretty loud. They do get a little quiet, kind of. You gotta kind of go above 60% to really be able to get a good sound out of it. Anything under 60% to me kind of sounds the same until you kind of hit the 30% where you can't really hear much at all. But overall, speaker's really good. The screen is really good. The fingerprint sensor on the screen, from what I can tell, is pretty good. As you can see there, not an issue. I haven't had really any issues trying to unlock the device. You know what I mean? Like, that's pretty dang quick to me. I did use the S22 Plus for a little bit. That fingerprint sensor on that phone is pretty crazy. You just tap the screen and it just unlocks, so that's crazy. You do gotta hold your thumb down for a little bit longer on here, but I mean, you saw it there. I haven't really had any issues as far as unlocking it, and it's pretty quick, you know. So fingerprint sensor, not an issue at all. I've had my hands wet, my hands dirty, and it still works. So not an issue at all. So getting into the actual device here, you get the Google UI, the Pixel UI, and it is just nice. I mean, look at that. I mean, just the icons there matching with the wallpaper. You get these cool little neat widgets for the weather and clock. I do kind of wish I would be able to kind of take this off and take maybe move the Google bar from under there, but other than that, I mean, it's great. And you get your Google feed on the side there, and you get your different widgets as well, right? Because coming from an iPhone, you do get widgets, but they're not quite as intuitive or useful as the ones on Android. So really nice to see that. But overall, I mean, if you're into Google Pixel devices, I mean, you're not gonna have any complaints about this. Being able to just go on there and change everything up, wallpaper and matching icon colors and everything like that. It's just, I think it's just really neat. Going down to your quick toggles. Shout out to Tech Odyssey. I was watching one of his videos a little earlier. But yeah, so everything kind of matches as far as the color goes, and it's just really nice and seamless. You know, you don't really gotta do too much to make it look nice. I know, well, obviously you can download different launchers and stuff like that to make it look to your liking, but to me, the Google launcher and the way it works is just really nice to me, so no complaints there. As far as performance goes, obviously, when it first came out, it did have issues with as far as apps crashing and maybe slowing down and the 120 hertz turning off in certain applications. But now that Google has come out with Android 13, this thing has just been awesome. You know, I haven't had any forced closes on any apps. I haven't had any app stuttering. 120 hertz has been working 100% of the time. As you saw earlier, the fingerprint sensor was nice and quick. Didn't have any issues with that either. Like I said, no real complaints about the software or the performance of it. The Tensor G1 chip has been outstanding. Like I said, it came from an iPhone 13 Pro Max, and I did not see any sort of gap between performance as to I think it was the A14 Bionic or the A13 Bionic chip on the 13 Pro Max. I'm sure you guys will correct me in the comment section below, but the Google Tensor G1 chip has been outstanding. You know, the only thing that it is a little bit lacking on is the battery performance. So obviously coming from an iPhone 13 Pro Max that had a smaller battery, but the battery life was just crazy. You know, I could be on that phone all day and I would still end up with like 30% by the end of the day. Um, this will get you through the day, but if you use it a lot, if you're on it a lot, as far as like taking a lot of videos, a lot of YouTube, um, just on it kind of most of the day, it is gonna die before the end of the day. That has been my experience so far, and I know Google has been busting out updates here and there to maybe help improve the battery life on it, but it has not really improved all that much for me. Um, so yeah, if you don't use your phone that much and you take pictures here and there and you scroll Facebook and Twitter and TikTok here or there, then you should be fine. It should last you the whole day and then some probably. Definitely not a 2-day phone for sure, but like I said, it'll last you the day if you're not on your phone constantly like I am. But other than that, like I said, performance has been great. It's been smooth. Nothing like bad has happened with it or anything like that. So can't say enough about how good the performance is on this device. Obviously, the Tensor G2 on the new Pixel 7 series will be a little better. But if you're looking into getting a Pixel phone from last year with the discounts coming in from the 7, then performance on here is going to be great for a good amount of time. So back to the phone, which, I mean, obviously we've been talking about the phone, right? So I don't know why I said that. Anyways, I don't do edits here, just rolling, so bear with me, guys. So the camera on this phone, I mean, my goodness. I mean, Pixel phones have been synonymous with having some of the best cameras on the phone as far as photography goes, and it is no different here. It is a photography champion. It has been outstanding. And coming from an iPhone 13 Pro Max, like I said, the pictures on here are, to my eyes, better. Just the color reproduction, the way portrait mode is, it's just been great. Let me see if I can maybe pull up a picture here for you guys. I don't know how it's gonna look on screen, but here's a picture of my son that I just took randomly using portrait mode, and I don't know how well you can see on camera, but to my eye, I mean, that is just super clean. The edge detection on it for the portrait mode looks awesome. His skin tone, the detail on his face, his hair, I mean, it helps that he's cute, right? But obviously the Pixel 6 Pro's camera is really good. Now the only thing that I think is a little lacking on it is video. The video quality is decent. It's not the best, definitely not iPhone quality, but I think it's better than Samsung quality, to be honest with you. I did use the S22 Plus, like I said, for a little while, and the video recording quality on that was good, but I don't think it was as good as the Pixel 6 Pro. I think out of all the Android phones that I've ever used, the Pixel 6 Pro has the best video recording. Again, not as good as an iPhone. Obviously, nothing's really been able to touch iPhone as far as video quality goes, but it's overall, if you're on the Android side and you don't want to be on an iPhone side, then the Pixel 6 Pro, as far as cameras go, it is the best in the business right now. It may not have the best zoom lens or anything like that, like the S22 Ultra, but from just an overall experience from the camera, the Pixel 6 Pro has been, bar none, the best that I've used. So yeah, I mean, I think that pretty much covers most of what I wanted to talk about here in the video. I mean, overall, I can't recommend this phone enough. From its build quality to its screen being so good, to its camera being so good, to the software being fun and, you know, out there. It's really a really good package. Like I said, the only thing that's a little lacking to me is the battery. I just wish it lasted a little longer. It does have a pretty beefy sized battery, so I'm not sure why it doesn't last as long as the iPhone, or at least it's close to what the iPhone lasts, you know. But overall, it's been a real pleasure to use. I can't wait to see what Google does with the Pixel 7 series. And I can't recommend it enough. If you guys are looking for a new phone and don't want to spend on the brand new Pixel 7 series phones, then this will be on discount obviously once that comes out, and I can't recommend it enough. If you need an Android phone that does it all, looks the part, takes the pictures, takes the videos, then the Pixel 6 Pro is the way to go. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you guys think the Pixel 6 Pro is the best Android phone out there right now, or would you recommend something else? You know, as far as what I just mentioned that came up short with the Pixel 6 Pro. But let me know what you guys think. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I'd really appreciate it. To all you subscribers out there that have been with the channel for the longest time and have stuck with it, I appreciate you guys. I am sorry for the long break, but I am back, and I will be trying to do videos semi-regularly, maybe not every week, but that is my goal, to try to make videos every week now. So like I said, I appreciate you guys watching. Let me know what you guys think, and I will catch you guys in the next one.